News now, the N3 northbound at Van Rynen's Pass in KwaZulu-Natal remains closed this morning after a fuel tanker caught fire. Leaking petrol set another 4 trucks alight. N3 toll concession spokesperson Conru spoke to us a little earlier.
The northbound remains closed for 2 primary reasons. The one is that there's still extensive recovery operations taking place and transfer of loads and so on. That is expected to still last for a number of hours. However, the bigger problem is damage to the roadway. As you can imagine, fires of that intensity have caused quite extensive damage to the roadway. That damage is currently still being assessed, but will need to be repaired before we're in a position to reopen the whole road.
Well, the festive season is almost upon us. It's a time of drastic increases in road accidents and fatalities. Zwane speaks for the Road Traffic Management Corporation, is with us now in the studio to talk about its festive season safety plan. Mangete, good morning. Thank you very much for coming through this morning.
Good morning, Brother.
People are already going on holiday. The schools are closed. People are starting to travel. Of course, it will build up as the days go by. An overriding question first to you. The RTMC, are you guys prepared to ensure that the road users are safe?
We are prepared, but then you can see the suits are off. We are in these things now because we are on the roads to make sure that there is safety for everybody. We've done the analysis over the 5 years and we've looked at what the trends look like, and we know where the interventions are necessary. We know which roads are problematic and we have planned for them.
Okay, now, just before we can get into some of the details about where you're going to be focusing on, what's your appeal to us road users? Because I always say we can avoid road deaths ourselves by the way we behave, changing behavior and respecting the rules of the road.
That's certainly so, Praton. But taking responsibility and knowing that your safety is in your own hands when you go into the road. Avoiding using the road after having alcohol, because many of the people who are dying on the roads are pedestrians, and our plan is to deal with that. But people must also take responsibility and ensure that they avoid the roads when they are under the influence of alcohol or they're not sober enough, and avoid the busy roads. Unfortunately, people have to cross very busy roads at inappropriate times, and accidents then happen.
Okay, so which highways? Just we had a story now, as you saw on the N3. There was an accident last night. Fuel tanker involved, 4 other trucks, and of course affecting the northbound traffic on the N3 highway, which is one of the busiest routes, by the way, in this time, as we leave the hinterland like Gauteng on our way to the coast to have a holiday. There's also the N1 going up to Limpopo, going to Cape Town, and then the N2 around the Garden Route. Those are some of those that we know. And the N4 as well, going east to Mpumalanga and Mozambique.
Yes. Those are the routes, but there are also some of the smaller routes, alternative routes. Also, R101 going to Limpopo also becomes problematic because some other people try to avoid the N1 and use R101. There's R81 in the Free State, and there's N2 in KZN, which are also roads that are quite problematic. So we know per province which are the top 10 roads that we must focus on, and we have done a list of the top 100 in the country.
So your focus will be what? You'll deploy visibly a strong presence in those identified, let's call them hotspots, so to speak.
Yeah, we'll ensure that there is visibility there 24/7 on all of those roads. We'll try all we can to discourage pedestrians from using those roads, but we'll also try and police inside the build-up areas in the suburbs, because we know many of the accidents actually happen over the holiday periods, holiday days, like on the 16th. They go up on the 24th, 25th, they go up because people are now have reached their destination and they're drinking. And in the suburbs, that's where it happens. Within residential areas, that's where many of the pedestrians are now get knocked down by vehicles. So we will also want to focus on that, focus on drunken driving to avoid that problem.
Yeah, they've been called for tougher sentences or punishment for people who don't respect the rules of the road, like overloading unroadworthy vehicles, whether it's minibuses or buses and normal sedans. And are you also going to adopt a zero tolerance when you pick up, for instance, that this bus is not roadworthy, shouldn't be on the road, and you'll take it off and save the lives of the passengers?
There's zero tolerance on overloading and unroadworthy vehicles. Those vehicles are going to be impounded. In fact, those who use the N1 and who hope that they're going to use N1 with overloaded vehicles must forget it. They will be stopped even before they get to the N1, and the vehicles will be impounded, and the fines are very heavy to get the cars out. Cars will not be released unless they've been fixed and all the fines have been paid, and those fines are very heavy.
Yeah, okay. And finally, Simon, one of the issues that we always talk about all the time, besides drunken driving and overloading and stuff, is just the number of people who travel with kids on holidays and they don't put them on seatbelts. I mean, when you are transporting a family, you've got children sitting in the back, they should be strapped.
Everybody should be strapped. Everybody in the cars should be strapped. If we can do that, but then if we can strap everyone in the vehicle, we can bring the number of fatalities on the roads by about more than 30%. So we emphasize on that. Everybody in the car, please use the seat belts. They can save life. Many people are dying when cars collide and accidents happen because they are not on seat belts.
Okay, no, thank you very much. And your safety plan, is it kicked off already? It is the 2nd of December today, or are you building it up slowly as we get towards like a public holiday like the 16th? Or you've already started?
It has started. The minister is with JMPT today launching it, but he will also have another launch on Thursday.
That's the Transport Minister.
That's the Transport Minister, Fikile Mbaule. So it has started.
Okay, thank you very much, Mangete. Simon Zwane speaking on behalf of the Road Traffic Management Corporation. Well, the festive season is upon us. Beware, respect the rules of the road. For example, strap yourself. Safety belt is very important for all occupants of a vehicle.